let's take a look at problem 3, using inverses. We want to find the measure of angle x in the nearest degree. So given this triangle, we have hypotenuse 10 with the leg of being 6. We want to find angle x because we have opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse is my sine ratio. So if I want to find out what angle x is, I need to find out what is the sine of x. So I'm going to take 6 over 10. That's my sine x ratio that I'm going to work with. But I need to find what is the measure of angle x. What is that measure? So we need to use the inverse to solve the problem. So how do I solve this problem? To do that, I need to write this formula like this. Measure of angle x equals sine to the negative first power times 6 over 10. So we started with this formula, but since we needed to find out what the angle was, we needed to use the inverse property, which led us to the measure of angle x is sine to the negative first power times 6 over 10. So to do this problem with my calculator, I need to hit the sine to the negative 1. Then 6 divided by 10. And then hit enter. That would give me 36.869, etc. other numbers back there. So that would round to 37. So when I'm asked to find the measure of angle x, I still use my sine formula and write it sine x equals 6 over 10. But since I need to find the measure of that angle, I need to rewrite it. So I have the measure of angle x is the sine to the negative first power times 6 over 10. Let's take a look at another example. Given this triangle, where we have the hypotenuse and we have a leg, we want to find the measure adjacent to x. So we want to find the angle of x. And what do we know about angle x? For angle x, we know adjacent and we know hypotenuse, which is the cosine ratio. So this is a cosine problem. So how do I set this one up? I need to take cosine x equals 15, which is adjacent, over 20 hypotenuse. So I start with this equation, but since I want to find the measure of that angle x, I need to use the inverse property again, but this time for cosine. So since I want to find the measure of angle x, I need to use set that equal, but now I'm going to use cosine to the -1 power times 15 over 20. I put that in my calculator similar to what I did with sine. I'm going to put in cosine -1 into the calculator. 15 divided by 20. Then hit enter. And that would give me 41.409, a couple other numbers. And that would round to approximate 41. So again, I look at measure angle x that I want to find. I know that I'm given the adjacent and the hypotenuse, which is then a cosine formula. I put it equal to cosine x equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And since I want to know the measure of the angle, I have to use the inverse operation, which is measure of angle x cosine -1 times 15 over 20.